In this video, we're going to talk about libraries and Solidity. Have you ever copied the same helper function into multiple contracts? If so, that's exactly what libraries are for. A library lets you write reusable code once and share it across many contracts. Instead of duplicating utility logic, you keep it in one place and reuse it wherever you need it. As projects grow, libraries become one of the most important tools for writing modular and maintainable Solidity code. A library is declared with the library keyword. Unlike contracts, libraries are designed for reusable helper logic rather than application state. They cannot receive ether or be used as base contracts for inheritance. Instead, they're commonly used for math operations, validation, data manipulation, encoding utilities, and many other helper functions. Libraries are also frequently used to extend existing Solidity types through the using for syntax. The simplest way to use a library is by calling its functions directly. This is similar to calling a static utility function in many other programming languages. It's simple, explicit, and easy to understand. Solidity also provides a syntax that often reads more naturally. The statement using math library for uint 256 attaches the library's functions to the uint 256 type. When you write a add b and Solidity automatically passes a as the first argument to the library function. Many developers prefer this style because it reads like a method call. One of the most powerful uses of libraries is extending structs. Notice the parameter data storage self. The library operates directly on the contract storage rather than on a copy of the struct, so any changes made inside the library persist after the function finishes. Library functions can be either internal or public. When a function is internal, the compiler can inline its code directly into your contract. When a function is public, Solidity deploys the library separately and calls it using delegate call, introducing a small amount of extra overhead. For small helper functions that are used frequently, internal is usually the preferred choice. Libraries have a few important restrictions. They cannot have constructors. They cannot inherit from contracts, and contracts cannot inherit from libraries. They're designed for reusable logic rather than storing application state, although libraries can use other libraries. Libraries and inheritance both promote code reuse, but they solve different problems. Use inheritance when a contract naturally extends another contract's behavior. Use libraries when you simply need reusable helper functions that don't belong in a contract hierarchy. If multiple contracts only share utility logic, a library is usually the cleaner solution. Libraries are everywhere in production Solidity code. They're commonly used for math, arrays, strings, cryptographic signature verification, encoding, decoding, and validation. Projects like OpenZeppelin provide many production-ready libraries that have been thoroughly tested and audited, making them a standard choice in modern smart contracts. Libraries help you write Solidity code that is modular, reusable, and easier to maintain. Instead of copying helper functions across contracts, isolate reusable logic into libraries and keep your contracts focused on business rules. As a rule of thumb, if the same helper logic appears in multiple contracts, it's probably a good candidate for a library. Once you become familiar with libraries, reading and building production Solidity projects, especially those based on OpenZeppelin, will feel much more natural.